And when Jethro the priest of Midian, the allied of Moses, had heard all the things that God had done to Moses and to Israel his people, and that our Lord had brought forth Israel out of Egypt, he took Zipporah the wife of Moses, whom he had sent back, and her 2 sons, of which one was called Gershom, his father, saying, I have been a stranger in a foreign country, and the other Eleazar, for the God of my father, quoth he, is my helper, and has delivered me from Pharaoh's sword. Jethro therefore the allied of Moses came and his sons and his wife to Moses into the desert, where he was camped beside the mountain of God. And he sent word to Moses, saying, I Jethro thy allied come to thee, and thy wife and thy 2 children with her, who going forth to meet his allied adored and kissed him, and they saluted one another with words of peace. And when he was entered into the tent, Moses told his allied all things that our Lord had done to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel, and the whole travail which had chanced to them in the journey, and that our Lord had delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the good things that our Lord had done to Israel, because he had delivered them out of the hands of the Egyptians. And he said, Blessed is the Lord that has delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, that has delivered his people out of the hand of Egypt. Now do I know that the Lord is great above all gods, for because they dealt proudly against them. Jethro therefore the allied of Moses offered holocausts and hosts to God, and Aaron and all the ancients of Israel came to eat bread with him before God. And the next day Moses sat to judge the people, who stood by Moses from morning until night. Which thing when his allied had seen, to wit, all things that he did in the people, he said, What is this that thou doest in the people? Why sittest thou alone, and all the people attends from morning until night? To whom Moses answered, The people come to me seeking the sentence of God, and when any controversy chances among them, they come unto me to judge between them, and to show the precepts of God and his laws. But he said, Thou dost not well, thou art tired with foolish labor, both thou and this people that is with thee. The business is above thy strength, thou alone canst not sustain it. But hear my words and counsels, and God shall be with thee. Be thou to the people in those things that pertain to God, to report their words unto him, and to show to the people the ceremonies and rite of worshipping, and the way wherein they ought to walk, and the work that they ought to do. And provide out of all the people men that are wise, and do fear God, in whom there is truth, and that do hate avarice, and appoint of them tribunes, and centurions, and quinquagenarians, and deans, which may judge the people at all times, and what great matter soever shall fall out. Let them refer it to thee, and let them judge the lesser matters only, and so it may be lighter for thee, the burden being imparted unto others. If thou dost this, thou shalt fulfill the commandment of God, and shalt be able to bear his precepts, and all these people shall return to their places with peace. Which things when Moses heard, he did all things that he had suggested unto him. And choosing substantial men out of all Israel, he appointed them princes of the people, tribunes and centurions and quinquagenarians and deans, who judged the people at all time, and whatsoever was of greater difficulty they referred to him, themselves judging the easier cases only. And he dismissed his allied, who returning went into his country